is a comic review. It is purely about the finished work and any of the actions, opinions, family pets, weird interests, terrible cooking skills, or otherwise are not taken into account. This is just about the finished work, guys. We don't need to hear about all of their weird internet search history.
Hey guys, StarCraft here, and continuing with my Indiegogo books, I'm going to be, or crowdfunded books, or those related to crowdfunding books, I'm getting into the Black Ops books. So I'll be going over the first one, but yep, these are the books that are connected with Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini's My Hero Macadamia books, or the Walmart books. As well as, if you recall from my other review, Common America. And if you recall from the end of Common America, we actually have her meeting the Black Ops, of which we meet up with some of the ones that we see here, although one in particular I think is going to be introduced in the third one. I'm pretty positive on that one. And for the record, they just, as of the moment of this video, they've just started a campaign for the Walmart Omnibus, which collects the entire trilogy, with the third one coming out soon. All of them all in one collection, and they are nearing, almost running out of their limited amount of physical copies. But if you still want to get the digital one for about $7, which won't include tax, so that's very easy to get, I'll put a link down in the description for the video and for the campaign, both today and tomorrow's video. So let's just hop right into Black Ops. Oh, and Black Ops U.S.A G.I. You know, it took until I got this book to actually realize the pun. U.S.A G.I. Usagi, as in Japanese for rabbit. Very cute, very cute. But yeah, Volume 1, Buns of the Patriot, which this is a collection of the first 2 issues, whereas this one is its own story. But yeah, this one is a collection as we open up with a bit of an introduction and everything, just talking about you know, what the Black and U.S.A G.I. I'll just keep saying Usagi is. They keep calling them classified, but throughout all of this, we're introduced to him as when he was a little bunny, he was a pet of this young Japanese girl, but was there was when Hiroshima's bomb went out. Yeah, Hiroshima. And for some reason, while the girl that was with him didn't survive, he did. And when he was found later by the military who were there checking things out, no radiation, nothing. And then it's made very clear then that he has very much, as they put it, higher than normal but subhuman level, higher than normal but normal than subhuman, sorry, it's all one sentence, intelligence. In other words, what they would later call a intelligence-inducing event, which is usually with something that's nuclear, caused him to be able to gain abilities. For example, he can actually control how his fur works and give himself the low star based off of seeing it on a jet plane. But yeah, you see him meet up with like presidents, and he went through all sorts of training and everything. And we are at January 9th, 2018, where we see him with, we see his current handler, the granddaughter of the man who found him, Penny. And basically, her brothers have gone out of town, and she's stuck around and everything. And basically, this one government guy comes and asks, where is he? So he goes and meets up with him as he's talking with him. And again, it's just so funny how it's just this cute little realistic bunny. As he's saying, basically, like, I'm sure you figure out this is not a social call. We've got a situation, you know, from current events that things are pretty bad with North Korea. Yada, yada, yada. He then eventually talks with the a bird, and calls the guy a screwball, and the bird says he's putting the wagon, I think that's supposed to be a wagon for the horse, I think is what it means. To which then the guy's like, I know when I'm being mocked. and then he kind of snaps at him a little bit before the rabbit gives him a death glare, but makes it very clear you're on leave. That doesn't mean that you're done. So it's your but basically saying it's by Honolulu, connected with everything with the bombs and all that. So eventually he's convinced to come on by taking on the form of his the red, white, and blue and all that stuff, so he's no longer just a white bunny. He's eventually dropped with a bunch of supplies to keep him distracted. And then he goes into camo mode and eventually makes his way in what really sells this for me. You see him here with a little knife. He bounces right towards there. Then they're all yelling, ah, ah, ah! And he bounces right out. That's so perfectly adorable and yet badass. And then we're hearing them saying how they have no idea what's going on. They haven't heard anything, so they send out the vampire deer. Relax, they're not really blood-sucking deer. They're just deer that with prominent fangs that make them look like vampires. But yeah, basically Usagi's fighting a bunch of them. Puts out a pretty good fight as he uses a mighty kick to send one flying and takes out the others, and the other two run off. Then he actually pulls out a grenade in a very detailed moment, punts it right towards the guys in the screens, and it blows up. Eventually then he meets up with what they just keep on calling the chairman. It's obviously Kim Jong-un, but yeah, he basically makes his way, he's basically told, you're a general, you do it, don't bring me bad news or anything like that. As we also see as a little pet cat, we'll get to that in a little bit. He's then told, they're given orders to unload these tigers, which includes this white tiger who seems to have a very much of an intellect of his own. As they're basically sent out and, well, as all the animals run off, the tigers come at Usagi and he starts to put up a fight with it as well. The guards are there, they're shooting, but they're told, don't hit the tigers. But again, Usagi just takes them all down very well. Even takes out his knife and fights the white tiger. But then it's decided to just drop a bomb on them. Take care of it now. And Usagi's still been able to good fight with the tiger, but we never will find out who'd have won because the bomb is dropped. And the keeper of the white tigers were running to warn her, saying, "Run, girl, run!" Boom! And then afterwards, it's a very sad moment of as the tiger dies, he explains about how that one soldier took very good care of him. And Usagi sees the guy's dead, and he remembers his time as his handler. So what does he do? He drags the tiger over and lets them be just left with the body of his keeper, or her keeper. That is very touching as we then end the first half and lead into the next half. By the way, all of these covers are by Dave Dorman, who, I've mentioned before, does such fantastic covers. But yeah, as he realizes that the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, or ICBM, is about ready to launch, so he's hurrying on along, trying to find other ways of getting through. As we're saying again, some of the generals are, and the one general from before is really getting nervous, knowing this isn't going to end well. If things go bad, he'll just be blamed. As Usagi just keeps on running, then when they feel some guards are coming by to look around, he realizes there could be snakes up the tree, and sure enough, after kicking it, they all fall down and just freak all the guys out. Then he makes his way there, sees the base, realizes there's going to be another convoy of cars and trucks. So as he runs down, he takes a camouflage of brown so he looks like the dirt and just lays in a hole right in the middle of the road. And then as the truck goes over, he hitches a ride and is able to make his way in. Obviously that was able to help cut down some time. Then we see the general head in, and apparently this general is the Supreme Leader's uncle. But then we see, turns out, Usagi has him at knife point, goes in another room, and kills him. As we then see the Supreme Leader with this cat, we're then seeing turns out he's not an idiot. He's paying attention and he sees a little hint of Usagi running around. And then he tells Tetsuo, his cat, time to feast as Usagi makes it up to the roof, hoping to place a bomb on, getting ready to place a bomb on there that could take it all out. But then a cat sees him, and while Usagi was so busy, he didn't realize he was caught by Tetsuo worm, which is this weird snake-like cat that actually has, an acid for an acidic spit. And they lead into a bit of a fight as well, and Tetsuo is actually seems to be more of a match, although until Usagi kicks him, then Tetsuo spits the acid right at the bomb, disabling it and making it useless. And then, everything starts to go off, but Usagi uses its intellect to basically cause Tetsuo to keep on spraying his acid all around until everything starts to collapse and burn and fall in. The Supreme Leader is able to somehow get out of there as everything blows up. He survived. And then what does Usagi do? Connects himself up to a weather balloon so he can be grabbed and taken to safety. As we then see, okay, I just realized this. As they're finding out the ballistic missile is almost let off. It wasn't, but then we see that's Edwin Boyette. Nice little cameo. They're told basically like, oh, don't worry, no problem. We weren't in danger. It was a false alarm, bad intel. But yeah, then it turns out they basically then play this up like all because of a rabbit and everything is what causes Kim Jong-un to decide to cross the demilitarized zone and meet up with Trump and everything. Okay, kind of funny that they tie it into that. Tetsuo worm was able to get away, but because the mission was a success and everything, they feel Usagi's been able to earn a bit of a reprieve. As him and Penny just sitting on watching the sunset. As we then get a little bit of, some profile images of everything, some nice concept artwork. And the Tetsuo worm and Penny and everything, and some more stuff, including a bit of a joke with that's a Garfield style, or even a I don't know what that one's supposed to be, but another comic strip style. And well, that's it for this one. I really enjoyed this. It's clever. The idea of this badass bunny is very much a clever idea. Very cute, funny. But then when it actually is in action, you're like, oh, it's awesome. It sets up its own mythos with these other intelligent-induced creatures like Usagi, the Tetsuo worm for being one of them. And now this is the only time we'll be seeing the bunny drawn more realistic. As by the time we get here, as you can see, the Usagi will be drawn a little less realistic. But this is where we start to get a little bit more detail on these other creatures. But yeah, that was Buns of the Patriot. Tune in tomorrow as I go over Hair Trigger. Of course, there's puns. But until then, I'll catch you guys later. And for the record, I might do, and actually, if I end up putting both in today, don't be surprised, because I'm going to record both of them tonight at the same time. So until then, I'll see you guys on the other side.